Well, let's stay with that G7 meeting, shall we, and those talks between Boris Johnson and Donald Trump, because Mr Johnson today said that he reiterated to Donald Trump that the NHS is off the table in any trade deal between the two countries. So let's try and find out now what Labour makes of Boris Johnson's chances of securing that all-important trade deal with the United States and the price that he may have to pay. Labour's Shadow International Trade Secretary, Barry Gardiner, is with us today. Thank you very much for being with us. I'm sure you saw the comments made by Donald Trump and Boris Johnson after that meeting. Are you feeling more heartened?
Look, no, I'm not, is the straight answer. What we have is a situation, because of what the Liberal Democrats and the Conservatives did in government in the Health and Social Care Act, competition is now enshrined within the National Health Service. And that means any services in the NHS are open to competition, and they are open in a trade deal to attack. And you don't actually have to specifically even mention the words NHS in that trade deal. And that takes three ways. One is the ratchet clauses that occur within trade deals. One is the negative list system, and the third is what is known as ISDS, the Investor-State Dispute Settlement Procedure. Now, if I can unwrap those for you, Sophie.
All a bit much.
Yeah, I know.
Bank holiday Sunday morning.
On a Sunday morning. The ISDS procedures allow foreign companies to sue our government if we introduce public health policies which they believe would damage their future profits. And these have been used in countries where tobacco companies, for instance, have sued governments for introducing plain paper packaging. The Slovakian government moved its health service from being an insurance-based system, immediately after it became independent, to a more public health like the UK National Health Service. It was sued for billions of pounds. At
the same time, though, I just want to come in here, because Boris Johnson has said previously this week and this morning that the NHS is not on the table for any trade talks. He said, we will not allow the NHS to be on the table at all. He said it in front of Donald Trump. He said that Donald Trump agreed with him. Yes. So, I mean, don't you have to change your attack lines when the facts change?
Well, the point is this. As I say, it doesn't have to be mentioned. The negative list system means that instead of specifying which services you want to liberalise, which services you want to make open to competition, the negative list system says that you have to name every single service that cannot be open to competition from the other side.
So what are you saying then, that we shouldn't do a trade deal with the US at all because there is a risk that this could happen even if it's not mentioned?
No, not at all. The three things that I want assurance on and that we in the Labour Party are absolutely insistent on in order to protect our National Health Service is that there should be no investor-state dispute settlement systems in the trade deal. There should be no negative list systems in the trade deal, and there should be no ratcheting clauses in the trade deal. And those are the three things which would actually ensure that Boris Johnson is not just talking that the NHS is safe, but that we in the Labour Party will ensure it's safe by not voting for anything in Parliament that does not preclude those three elements. And it's not just the NHS, it actually protects other areas of our economy as well.